Welcome back to my channel, the coin world, where we explore the fascinating stories behind the coins that shaped history and changed the world of collectors forever. Today, we're diving deep into the remarkable and mysterious story of the 1972 $1 coin, a piece that may look ordinary, but holds within it decades of American heritage, artistry, and value that has surprised even the most seasoned collectors. The 1972 $1 coin, often referred to as the Eisenhower dollar, marked an important turning point in U.S. coinage. It was the first dollar coin issued by the United States Mint since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. After a long gap of nearly 36 years, the U.S. brought back the dollar coin to honor one of America's most respected military leaders and presidents, Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, who had passed away in 1969. The coin was more than just a piece of metal. It was a tribute. On the obverse side, it proudly bears Eisenhower's dignified profile, sculpted by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, while the reverse side carries a breathtaking image inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, the American Eagle, landing on the moon. This design wasn't random. It symbolized both strength and achievement. It was a perfect reflection of a country that had just conquered space and was honoring one of the men who had helped lead it to greatness. When it was released in 1972, the Eisenhower dollar became a symbol of pride for the American people. It circulated heavily, especially in casinos, where dollar coins were still commonly used in slot machines. However, what many didn't know was that not all 1972 Eisenhower dollars were created equal. There were three major varieties: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3, and each carried its own level of rarity and mystery. The Type 2 variety, in particular, became famous among collectors. It featured a small design change on the Earth's depiction above the eagle on the reverse side. Instead of showing the Caribbean islands clearly as in Type 1 and Type 3, the Type 2 version had a smoother, flattened Earth design, an error that occurred during minting. Only a limited number of Type 2 coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making them exceptionally rare today. Collectors often say that spotting a Type 2 1972 Eisenhower dollar is like finding a hidden treasure. While millions of these coins were minted overall, only a small portion belonged to this rare variety, making it one of the most sought-after coins from the 1970s. Depending on its condition, this coin can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right marketplace. But the 1972 $1 coin wasn't just about design differences. It represented the last era of large, heavy dollar coins in everyday circulation. Made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, it was significantly larger than modern dollar coins, measuring 38.1 millimeters in diameter. Many people found it too bulky for daily use, which eventually led to its discontinuation after 1978. However, that very size and weight made it feel powerful, like holding a piece of history in your hand. The Eisenhower dollar also holds emotional value for many Americans of the time. This coin carried memories of President Eisenhower's leadership during World War II and his efforts to rebuild a peaceful post-war America. It became more than just a currency. It was a reminder of strength, peace, and progress. Even today, collectors continue to search for pristine, uncirculated 1972 Eisenhower dollars, especially those struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark. These coins were made with superior quality and sometimes even contained a 40% silver composition, reserved for special collector editions. Finding one of these coins in perfect condition, especially the 1972 Type 2 Eisenhower dollar, can be a game-changer for collectors. Its rarity, historical significance, and design details make it one of the shining stars of U.S. numismatics. Imagine holding a coin that links America's past achievements, from a great wartime leader to the triumph of landing on the moon, all in one design. That's the magic of the 1972 $1 coin. Every line on Eisenhower's face, every feather on the eagle's wing, every detail of the moon beneath it tells a story of courage, innovation, and pride. As years passed, the Eisenhower dollar paved the way for the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979, a smaller coin that aimed for practicality but never quite captured the same spirit or public affection. The 1972 Eisenhower remains a favorite for its commanding size, iconic design, and historical weight. For collectors today, condition matters a lot. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC NMS 65 or higher can reach impressive prices, while proof and silver versions can add even more value to your collection. So, If you happen to come across a 1970 to $1 coin, don't dismiss it as just another old coin. It might hold far more value than you think. Look closely at the design, the mint mark, and especially the earth on the reverse side. You might just be holding one of the rare Type 2 varieties that collectors dream about. Coins like these remind us that history doesn't just live in books. It lives in our hands, our pockets, and our collections. And here's the best part. If you own a 1970 to $1 coin, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around till the end of the video to learn how valuable these coins can be and how you can sell them for top dollar. And remember, in the comments section below, tell me the condition and details of your coin. Welcome back to the coins world, where rare finds can turn ordinary pockets into extraordinary fortunes. If you happen to have the 1935 Liberty Wheat penny, this coin might just turn the tables for you. Stick around till the end of this video to discover how valuable it can be and how you can sell it the right way. What seems like a simple old penny could actually be hiding a history that connects to a fascinating chapter of American coinage. The 1935 Liberty Wheat penny belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. This particular year falls right in the middle of the Great Depression era, a time when every cent held deep value in American households. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny carries no mint mark, making it appear ordinary at first glance, but its value lies in its history, its design, and the rare errors that sometimes slip through the minting process. The obverse of the coin features the bold portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, placed discreetly under the shoulder, marked a new era in U.S. coin design. On the reverse, two wheat ears frame the words 1 cent, symbolizing prosperity and hope for better times. This iconic wheat design made the coin instantly recognizable and beloved by collectors. 1935 was a time when the U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins, but the quality and survival rate of well-preserved examples are much lower than you might think. Many were circulated heavily, used in daily trade, and subjected to wear over decades. Finding one in exceptional condition today can be like striking gold in the world of numismatics. Another reason this coin has captured the attention of collectors is the presence of minting errors and die variations. In some 1935 wheat pennies, you can find doubling on the obverse letters or numbers, giving them a distinct and collectible look. Such doubling happened when dies shifted during the minting process, creating subtle but valuable differences. Coins struck on slightly misaligned blankets or with filled dies also occurred during this period. These minting mishaps can make certain 1935 wheat pennies worth far more than their face value. Collectors actively search for these errors because they add rarity and uniqueness to each piece. The historical backdrop makes this coin even more captivating. America in 1935 was still recovering from the effects of the Depression. The New Deal programs were in full swing, aiming to rebuild the nation's economy. Pennies like these passed through the hands of farmers, factory workers, and shopkeepers at a time when every cent mattered for survival. Because of this, many 1935 pennies experienced heavy circulation. Only a small fraction survived in pristine condition, and those that did often ended up in private collections or were stored away by careful individuals who unknowingly preserved a piece of history. The Liberty 1 dime 1975 coin, written in SE optimized engaging storytelling style. It includes a powerful hook, smooth flow, no visual cues, no bullet points, and ends exactly as you requested. Have you ever imagined that a small dime in your pocket could secretly hold the power to change your financial story forever? The 1975 Liberty 1 dime is one of those mysterious coins that has taken collectors and experts by surprise. If you happen to own one of these dimes, it might just turn the tables for you in a way you never expected. So stick around until the end, because not only will you learn the story behind this remarkable coin, but you'll also discover its hidden value and how you can actually sell it. The 1975 Liberty 1 dime carries with it a unique place in American coinage history. Officially known as the Roosevelt dime, this coin design was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. The design by John R. Sinek features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, with the word Liberty inscribed prominently, symbolizing the nation's enduring ideals. On the reverse side, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch represent freedom, peace, and strength, a powerful combination that defined post-war America. By the mid-1970s, The dime had already been produced for decades, but 1975 stood out for one unusual reason. No dimes dated 1975 were supposed to exist with a proof mint mark error. During this period, the U.S. Mint was preparing for the nation's bicentennial coinage in 1976, and all proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint carried the S mint mark. However, a few rare 1975 dimes were struck without this mint mark, making them extraordinarily valuable. These error coins were never meant to be released to the public, but somehow, a couple of them slipped out, turning them into legendary rarities in the coin collecting world. For collectors, the 1975 No-S proof dime is a dream find. It is one of the rarest modern American coins known, with only 2 confirmed examples in existence. Each carries immense historical significance, as it represents a mistake during a major transitional period in U.S. coin production. The combination of a regular date with the absence of the mint mark has made these coins some of the most discussed pieces among numismatists. Beyond the famous no mint mark variety, regular 1975 dimes still hold collector interest, especially in pristine uncirculated or proof condition. Coins with full torch details, known as full bands, often fetch higher prices at auctions due to their sharp strike and rarity in high grades. Finding a coin that has been well preserved over decades can significantly increase its value, especially as collectors seek out high-quality examples for their sets. The historical backdrop of this coin also adds to its appeal. The mid-1970s was a time of economic changes, shifting policies and a renewed national identity as the United States prepared to celebrate. Have you ever checked the change in your pocket and thought it might hold a hidden treasure? If you have a Liberty Jefferson 5-cent coin from 1953, it might actually turn the tables for you. Many people overlook this small coin, but its history, rarity, and condition can make it far more valuable than its face value. Stick around until the end of this video because we'll talk about its potential price and how you can sell it the right way. The Jefferson nickel has been a key part of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlug, the obverse of the coin features a bold portrait of Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States, while the reverse depicts his famous home, Monticello. The 1953 issue carries forward this iconic design during a time when the United States was emerging from the post-war era into a period of growth and change. Coins minted in this period hold special historical significance because they reflect both artistic tradition and the economic landscape of mid-century America. The 1953 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 mints. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, those with a D were struck in Denver, and those with an S were struck in San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of coins, but their survival in pristine condition is a different story. Circulation, wear, storage issues, and handling over the decades have made high-grade examples much harder to find. Today, condition is everything when it comes to these coins. A 1953 nickel that has circulated for years may only be worth its face value, but coins that have been well preserved with full details, sharp strikes, and original luster can command impressive prices. Collectors are especially drawn to nickels that show the full steps of Monticello on the reverse, a grading detail known as full steps. Coins that receive this designation, particularly in higher mint state grades, are rare and valuable. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number of these nickels, and while they are common in lower grades, finding a true gem, uncirculated coin with full steps can be challenging. Denver mint coins are often found with weaker strikes, which makes well-struck examples highly collectible. The San Francisco issues are also noteworthy because 1953 marked one of the later years before the San Francisco Mint ceased producing circulating coins for a time, adding to their collector interest. What really makes certain 1953 Jefferson nickels stand out are the varieties and mint errors that occurred during production. Some coins show double die obverses or reverses, repunched mint marks, or striking anomalies that make them unique. These varieties can turn an ordinary nickel into a piece worth hundreds or even thousands depending on rarity and demand. The historical backdrop of this coin adds another layer of interest. In 1953, Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. The Korean War had just ended, and the United States, where every coin tells a story of history, artistry, and hidden value. Today, we're going to dive deep into the incredible and fascinating story of the 2008 Arizona $quarter, a coin that not only represents the beauty and pride of the grand Canyon state but also carries unique, minting details and symbolism that make it one of the most captivating coins of the 21st century. The 2008 Arizona quarter is part of the U.S. 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful and beloved coin series in American history. This program began in 1999 and ran until 2008, with each coin representing one of the 50 states. Every design told a story of heritage, culture, and the spirit that shaped the United States. The Arizona quarter was the 48th coin released in this remarkable series, honoring the state's admission to the Union in 1912. When the Arizona quarter was officially released on June 2, 2008, it immediately captured the attention of both the public and collectors. Its design was breathtaking, filled with layers of meaning and visual storytelling. The obverse, like all quarters in the series, bears the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, a symbol of continuity and national identity. But it's the reverse, the side representing Arizona, that truly makes this coin a masterpiece. The reverse design, created by artist Joseph F. Menai, showcases Arizona's most iconic natural wonder, the Grand Canyon, stretching across the background. The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, carved by the mighty Colorado River over millions of years. Its depiction on the coin symbolizes the timeless beauty and geological power of the state. In the foreground of the coin stands the majestic saguaro cactus, an enduring symbol of the American Southwest. The saguaro doesn't just represent Arizona's desert landscape, it stands for resilience, endurance, and life in even the harshest conditions. Interestingly, the saguaro doesn't actually grow inside the Grand Canyon, yet its inclusion in the design was a deliberate artistic choice, blending two powerful icons of the state into one harmonious image. Beneath the imagery lies the inscription, Grand Canyon State, Arizona's official nickname. This simple phrase evokes a deep sense of pride among Arizonans, reminding everyone that their state is home to one of the world's greatest natural treasures. The design process for the Arizona quarter was an event in itself. Residents of the state submitted thousands of ideas to the U.S. Mint, each hoping to capture Arizona's essence. After much debate and voting, the Grand Canyon and saguaro combination was chosen, a decision that beautifully balanced nature, identity, and pride. When the coin entered circulation, millions of Americans marveled at its design. But beyond its beauty, the Arizona quarter carries hidden details that fascinate collectors even more. One of these is a rare minting error that occurred on some coins, where parts of the cactus or the state name appear to be partially covered by an extra layer of metal known as a die chip error. These flawed coins became instant treasures among numismatists, often selling for far more than face value. The 2008 Arizona quarter was minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia and Denver were struck for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced special proof and silver proof versions for collectors. The silver proof coins, composed of 90% silver, have a brilliant mirror-like finish that makes the Grand Canyon shimmer under light, a true collector's gem. But the significance of the Arizona quarter extends far beyond metal and design. It represents the end of an era, as it was among the final coins in the 50 State Quarters program. This program had revived the American public's interest in coin collecting, sparking a nationwide phenomenon. Families, children, and collectors eagerly awaited each new release, and the Arizona quarter marked the final moments of this extraordinary journey through American geography and history. For Arizona itself, the coin became a miniature ambassador of its natural and cultural legacy. The Grand Canyon, a geological wonder millions of years in the making, symbolizes patience and timeless beauty. The saguaro cactus, capable of living over 150 years, represents endurance and survival. Together they tell a story of balance, the harmony between earth and life in a rugged yet breathtaking land. Collectors today still treasure the 2008 Arizona quarter, especially in circulated or proof specimens. Depending on condition, mint mark, and variety, these coins can range from modest collector value to significant worth, particularly those with rare errors or pristine finish. Beyond its monetary value, the Arizona quarter stands as a piece of living history, a reminder of America's landscape's artistry and unity through diversity. Holding this coin is like holding a postcard from the desert, a token of sunlight and red rock cliffs, a reflection of the land that continues to inspire poets, travelers, and dreamers. The way the light dances on the ridges of the Grand Canyon on the coin's surface almost feels alive. the shadows of the cactus, arms, the gleam of the word Arizona, the delicate engraving of the canyon walls all come together to create a piece that captures the spirit of the state like no other. As the years pass, coins like the 2008 Arizona quarter remind us that even everyday change in our pockets carries history, emotion, and art. They are more than currency. They are tiny monuments to time, culture, and memory. So, if you ever come across a 2008 Arizona quarter, don't overlook it. It might be more than just a quarter. Check for mint marks, examine the details, and you might discover an error, variety, or proof version that's worth far more than 25 cents. And here's something to think about: if you have this coin in your collection, the 1945 Liberty wheat penny might be sitting unnoticed in your collection, but its story and potential value are far from ordinary. Stick around till the end of this video to learn its true worth and how you can sell it, because this coin could be the hidden treasure you didn't know you had. The 1945 Liberty wheat penny comes from a period of great significance in American history. The Second World War had just ended. The nation was shifting from wartime to peacetime production, and coins like this penny were part of everyday life for millions of Americans. It carries the classic design that collectors love, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, a symbol of prosperity and unity. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny series ran from 1909 to 1958, making each piece a part of a long and beloved numismatic legacy. By 1945, the wheat penny had become a familiar part of daily commerce, used in shops, wages, and savings jars across the country. This year's issue is particularly interesting because of the context in which it was minted. During the war years, the U.S. Mint had experimented with different metals to preserve copper for military use. In 1943, steel cents were introduced, but by 1945, the Mint had returned to the standard bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, this post-war return to bronze did not mean uniformity. Variations in plankets, striking quality, and mint marks resulted in several collectible varieties. Three main mints struck: the 1945 penny, Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. Philadelphia produced the majority, making those coins more common in circulation, but high-grade Philadelphia strikes with strong luster remain desirable among collectors. Denver coins from 1945 are well known for their sharp strikes and occasional minting anomalies, such as repunched mint marks. These varieties, while small, can significantly boost a coin's market value when verified. Many collectors actively search rolls and old collections, hoping to spot these valuable details. San Francisco minted fewer coins compared to the other facilities, which makes the 1945's wheat penny scarcer in higher grades. These coins have a dedicated collector base because of their relatively lower survival rate in mint state condition. Uncirculated San Francisco examples often command strong prices at auctions and sales. Error coins from this year also capture attention. Die cracks, off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped plankets are some of the varieties known to exist for 1945. While these errors were the result of minting issues during a time of massive coin production, today they are considered rare treasures. This coin also represents the resilience of a nation. As soldiers returned home and industries shifted back to civilian production, the 1945 penny circulated through a recovering economy, buying everyday goods, sitting in children's piggy banks, and being exchanged in countless hands. Every surviving piece holds a silent story of that era. Collectors appreciate not just the coin's metal content but the historical atmosphere surrounding it. A well-preserved 1945 wheat penny is like a snapshot of America transitioning from war to peace. Its design remained unchanged, standing as a symbol of stability during uncertain times. Grading plays a critical role in determining value. Coins in worn circulated condition are common, but uncirculated examples with original red luster are far more desirable. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated countless 1945 pennies in various grades, with top-grade specimens achieving impressive prices. Philadelphia coins in mint state 67 or higher can attract strong bids, and while Denver and San Francisco pieces with rare varieties or outstanding preservation can fetch even more. Market demand continues to grow because wheat pennies hold a timeless charm that appeals to both beginners and seasoned numismatists. Beyond grading, provenance and error types add layers of value. A coin with a clear double die or well-documented minting flaw can stand out significantly. In the collector community, these types of coins often become highlights in auctions, attracting spirited bidding from those who understand their rarity. The 1945 penny is also a favorite among treasure hunters and coin roll searches. Many still find these coins tucked away in jars, attic boxes, or inherited collections. What seems like an ordinary old cent can sometimes be the gateway to learning more about numismatics and potentially earning a surprising return. Because so many were produced, finding one in worn condition isn't rare, but finding one in exceptional condition or with a special variety is where things get exciting. This balance between common circulation and hidden rarity keeps the 1945 wheat penny engaging for collectors. It's more than just copper and zinc. It's a bridge between history and modern collecting, a reminder of how something so small can carry the weight of an entire era. The fact that coins like this still surface today shows how enduring their legacy truly is. If you discover a 1945 wheat penny, the first step is to examine its mint mark, condition, and any potential errors. A simple magnifying glass and a bit of careful observation can reveal details that turn a penny into a valuable collectible. Its market value depends on a mix of rarity, grade, and collector interest. High-grade and error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially through well-known auction houses and trusted dealers. Collectors cherish this coin for its place in history, its design, and the thrill of finding something